And now let's go over the article in this box model module. It's called the box model in DevTools. View and edit an HTML elements box using Chrome DevTools. Introduction. All HTML elements are boxes made up of 4 components: a content container, padding, border, and margin. In our box model lesson, we introduce these 4 properties and use them to position elements on a website. If you have not taken this lesson, we recommend you do so now. Before continuing, in this article, we will introduce how Google Chrome's DevTools can be used to view the box around each element on a web page. And I think I already showed you this in some of the previous videos. View box model dimensions with DevTools. You can use Google Chrome's DevTools to view the box around every element on a web page. To do this, click View, Developer Tools, and navigate to the Elements tab. And you can also do this on the other way. So right-click and then click Inspect. And let me scroll it down. And we already have Elements tab selected. In this tab, you can view all of the elements on the current page. From this view, you can select the element of interest, which will open a new column on the right side of DevTools. Select the tab labeled Computed on top of the rightmost column. And let's select some element. Computed tab is located here. Okay, go down. The selected elements box should appear at the top of the pane. Right here is the elements box. Hovering over each property of the box will cause the property to be highlighted in the web page. Okay, let's hover over the content area, and as you can see, we got the blue box on the page that's showing us exactly where the content area for that element is. Okay, then padding, we don't have any padding. Border, we don't have any border, and we also don't have any margin. And let me select some other element. Let me select this P element, paragraph. Here is the content area. We don't have a padding, we don't have a border, and we have a bottom margin of 16 pixels that you can see on the page. If you know the element you want to inspect, going through all of the steps listed above is unnecessary. Instead, you can right-click the element you want to observe and select the Inspect button. This will display DevTools on the right side of the browser with the element selected in the Elements tab. To view the Elements box, you can select the Computed tab. If you would like some more info or a refresher on how to use Google DevTools, take a look at this video, and I will leave you the link to this video in the description below. Exercise 1. View a website's box model dimensions. Complete the following steps within the current web browser's view. In a new tab, navigate to Codecademy Wikipedia page. Let me open the new tab. Okay, I opened the Wikipedia web page. Right-click the contents navigation box displayed in the image below. Okay, let me open the Codecademy Wikipedia page and let me see. So they want us to inspect this element, I think. Right-click the contents navigation box displayed in the image below. Yes. So right-click, inspect. Okay. It is this element right here with the ID of talk. Okay, select inspect, select the computer tab at the top of the rightmost column. Mine is located at the bottom. It depends on how you set up your DevTools. Hover over the different properties of the logos box. The corresponding space on the web page should be highlighted when you do this. Let me go back to the Codecademy Wikipedia page, and now let me hover over it. So This is the content area of the element. This is the padding of the element on all four sides. This is the border, and these are the margins. We don't have any margins. Okay. Modify box dimensions. Now that you know how to view the box of an element, we will modify the box values with DevTools. To modify the values of the box, double-click the property value, assign it a new number, and press Enter. You can also adjust the value incrementally by double-clicking the value and using the up or down arrow keys. In the image above, the border on each side is set to 1 and the padding is set to 7. These values can be changed by double-clicking the values in the box and assigning them new numbers or using the up or down arrow keys on your keyboard. Note, if you inspect an element and find that the border is set to nothing, adding a numerical value will not make a border appear. The border color, style, and width must be set in the CSS document in order to see the border. Okay, let's go there and let's play with the element. So right now we have a padding of 7. Let me increase it to 20. The right one to 10, bottom 20, and left 10. Oops. And now it's fine. So top and bottom 20, right and left 10. Let me adjust these borders to 5 pixels. Okay. Exercise 2. Modify a website's box model dimensions. Pick up where you left off in exercise 1. Double-click the top padding of the element. Use the up and down arrows to adjust the element's padding. Observe how the appearance changes on the web page. Change the left margin to 200. Observe how the element's appearance changes. Remember, the changes you make in DevTools are not saved. If you are using DevTools to make adjustments to a personal project, make sure to adjust values in the HTML and CSS documents, of course. When you are making changes in the DevTools, of course, it is not saved in a file. It is just changed in the browser on the fly. So when you refresh the page you are modifying will be back to its origin styles. Okay, let's go there. Here is the element. And this is how we can set, this is the selector for the element, and this is how we can set the margin left right here. Enter 200 pixels, and we moved the element. And let me refresh the page so you can see that everything will be back to normal, and it is. Okay, that should be all for this article lesson. Let's proceed to the next one. And in the next video, we have the box model in DevTools video.